Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And of course, one of the biggest things that's been coming out of the DCEU is definitely the hype surrounding HBO and the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And while there's a ton of speculation and rumors as to what significant changes we're going to see in this new release of the film, there are a lot of fans who are still holding on and speculating that maybe there's a chance that we could see more from Zack Snyder's version of Justice League and Zack Snyder's overall involvement in the DCEU. Now, in general, there's been a lot of speculation that at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League, there would be some huge reveal, maybe a character that no one expected to make an appearance, and also there's been rumors and leaks that the ending of Zack Snyder's cut was originally going to land on a pretty big cliffhanger. So that's only led fans to fuel the flames even more that after this release comes out, that perhaps Warner Brothers and the DCEU will revisit Zack Snyder and try to negotiate some sort of deal for a project that is much bigger. But first, we wanted to give a quick reminder, we do have a really awesome Instagram page that updates you guys on everything happening Marvel immediately. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check it out, link in the description. There's also a ton of really awesome memes and other things that are posted on there. So make sure you guys are following that page, and let's go ahead and jump into this story. Now, we've already seen Zack Snyder talk a little bit about the possibility of a sequel, kind of downplaying whether it could even happen and kind of pointing that it likely wouldn't be anything more than just the fact that there's going to be a recut of the film releasing on HBO.
And I had always said that I don't understand how to make this into a 2-hour movie. We're literally bringing, like, I had a hard time having Batman v Superman be less than 3 hours. And that's 2 guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you know, and then Wonder Woman. Once you put Wonder Woman in there, I'm like, oh yeah, that's 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna have a little Wonder Woman, that's 3 hours.
Yeah.
But of course, if you remember a while back, he was asked directly if he would ever consider directing a sequel, and he went on to say, that's very hypothetical. I think that I would say I would believe it when I see it, and happy to cross that bridge when I see it approaching. So he didn't necessarily say no, but he definitely ruled into the massive likelihood that that would be something that wouldn't happen. However, the fact that Justice League hasn't released yet does still leave the door open to the possibility that if this film ends up doing significantly well on an HBO Max platform and kind of does much bigger than anyone is expecting, and you know, other things like the cliffhanger plays into it, and there's a lot of really high fan reception just considering the amount of buzz that there was beforehand, it might not be the most crazy thing to see DC and Warner Brothers reconsidering the possibility of letting Zack Snyder go ahead with a follow-up Justice League movie, especially since some fans have speculated that if a movie was to be made, it would be at the same caliber of, say, Marvel's Avengers Endgame. The one thing that definitely has to be considered is the fact that in general, Justice League is a huge intellectual property for Warner Brothers, and no matter what, in the future, if DC continues to choose to cross over stories, they may want to revisit that property with a Justice League 2. However, with the general association that Justice League has and the reputation from the first version of the film, and then the huge hype for the second version of the film, it might be in DC and Warner Brothers' best interest to bring Zack Snyder on board for a sequel, just to continue to repair the reputation of Justice League, considering how poorly the first one was received by fans versus how excited fans are for the second one. So there is a lot of possibilities, even though it seemed like early on inside reports were suggesting that DC and Warner Brothers had no intentions whatsoever of possibly working with Zack Snyder more in the future, and Zack Snyder does have some other projects lined up, but it's not completely ruled out that there is still a possibility that if this version does well on HBO Max, that perhaps they'll be willing to cut a special deal with Zack Snyder and finally have things going again. Remember, the idea of a Snyder Cut actually releasing in the first place was really out there, and it went kind of unnoticed for years before finally getting the green light, so maybe there's still a possibility that something even bigger could happen in the future. But what do you think? Would you like to see a Zack Snyder Justice League 2? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi. See you guys.